action.
So, as you can see, my presentation today is going to be about something that I am really, really passionate about, and that is my unhealthy obsession with musicals. So, if you're wondering why I picked that picture, it's High School Musical, and number one, Mike the other day said I looked like that girl right there, although I really don't.
The blonde girl.
The blonde girl. And also, I pretty much wish my life was a musical wherein I walk into a room and everyone just simultaneously, explodes into song and dance. That's exactly, which is why it's really dangerous sitting next to the both of you. So there's that.
So many reasons.
Why I love musicals, and so we're going to start with a history. My dad was the star in Jesus Christ Superstar, which means he was Jesus. And so from a very young age, I was pretty much brainwashed with Sound of Music, Mary Poppins, Funny Girl, which has Barbra Streisand, Cats, and Phantom of the Opera. So pretty much my first memories of watching anything was a musical. It wasn't Disney, it wasn't a cartoon, it was a musical. And my legitimate reasons is that I love to sing, and I love working with theater people. And it really became kind of like a creative and emotional outlet for me whenever I was really stressed out. So I did 3 musicals in university, so at UBC. And yeah, they were resident musicals, so nothing too big, but audiences would be around like 100, which was pretty nerve-wracking. So this right here is what the musical theater, or the theater community would call. It's called the Thespian Peacock, and so it's kind of like the meme for theater people. And so as you see, it's not a successful rehearsal unless the director threatens to cut the show. And so just a ton of things like that. So yeah, as I mentioned, I've been in 3 musicals. I was the witch in Into the Woods. I was also Joanne, a lesbian lawyer from Rent. I was Carmen, who was a high school dancer addicted to cocaine in a musical called Fame. So all really different, varying roles that I had a lot of fun playing. Yeah. I'm sorry, what? So yeah, my favorite thespian would be Lea Salonga. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her, but she was the singing voice for Jasmine in Aladdin and Mulan, and both in the Disney movies. She's pretty much, I don't know if you guys follow boxing either, but Manny Pacquiao. She's what Manny to boxing is what Lea Salonga is to musical theater in the Philippines. So she's like a national treasure. And she was basically the first person to play the lead in Miss Saigon. Don't know if you guys have heard of that one. And she also played 2 of the major female roles in Les Mis. So that's Eponine and Fantine from Les Miserables. And then, so yeah, just sharing a couple of my best and worst musical memories with you. My worst musical memory was when our tech director quit during tech weekend a couple of days before opening night. And if you can imagine just a group of drama people dealing with real life drama, it was insane. So everyone's like all tears, crying, everything. Just, I quit, everyone walking out, but we pulled through eventually, which was good. And then my best musical memory was I was on a table and the table collapsed. So it was the table that everyone said to make sure this is not the table she steps up on. And I guess like backstage, people forgot that it was the wrong table and I fell. Luckily didn't miss a beat and the show went on. So there's that.
Do you have that on tape? Can we see that?
I don't have that one on tape actually. And so for the musical haters, because I know there are a lot of people who don't, Chris. Here are 4 musicals that I would suggest you just try and watch. So the Book of Mormon is actually written by the writers of South Park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a really great one. There's also Hamilton, which I haven't seen, but I hear it's a really good one as well. And then A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, and then of course Wicked. And as you can see, that's how obsessed I am. That was me in Halloween last year.
Or St. Patrick's Day.
I
Or
thought
St.
you.
Patrick's Day, which I actually like myself looking green a lot more than I do like regularly. So I kind of wanted to keep it, but
We don't have a policy against that, do we?
No, I think body paint is
It's
okay.
being green.
It's not in the handbook,
being green
but
all the
you might want to change
I think
that.
it's very PQA too. It could be like the PQA mascot.
Well, if you got the PQA green, you're good.
And we obviously need a theme song for PQA. I don't think we have one.
Right. And so yeah, that's all I have.
And what song are you going to sing today?
I'm not singing anything. It's actually a lot harder to perform in a group of really like a really small crowd, I find, versus like a huge audience. Yeah.
So imagine we are 100.
And then questions.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Questions. Anyone?
How come you didn't put up the best musical?
Because I could probably never pick. I have yet to watch a musical that I haven't cried at yet.
Singing in the Rain is the best musical.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I've told Chris he has to watch Cannibal the Musical,
Actually,
which is
I'm
an
not watching.
entirely different genre all of its own.
Yeah, so tons of musicals out there for anyone who just with like different tastes. Definitely give it a shot. Yeah.
Any other questions?
That was great. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Well,
You guys learned
Can you
so
clap
much.
again?
To do more about Halloween this year.
And speaking of the Book of Mormon, I think it's coming to Vancouver in July. So,
I saw it last year.
yeah.
Fever pitches in theaters in 2017. They announced it today.
Ooh.